Welcome to one of the wettest places on earth, Fiordland National Park, New Zealand. It's beautiful in the glorious sunshine. We've been here and we've seen it when the weather's nice. Unobstructed views for miles, crystal clear water, literally paradise. But we've also heard how beautiful it is here in the pouring rain. The place comes alive with waterfalls. We've been trying to hide from the bad weather recently, but we're failing. So maybe it's time to just embrace it and go and make the most of it. One thing's for sure is we're bound to come out with some stories and memories from the experience. So we headed into the mountains with a terrible weather forecast to see the place come to life in a whole new way. Is it worth visiting this area in the rain? Well, we'll leave that for you to decide. But we're here early spring and it's wild. But before we get started, if you're new here, we're the Leopards, and I'm Mike, and we're a full-time travelling family from New Zealand, cruising around our slice of paradise with our 3 kids. We like parking up in the wild and finding free camps in quiet places. We've been touring around for 2 years now, and we love the lifestyle and showcasing Aotearoa New Zealand. But let's get this adventure started in one of New Zealand's most stunning locations. Hello everybody and welcome to another adventure. We are staying at Manapodi at the moment. We've been here for a few days in some pretty bad weather. We've been bunkering down. It's been really nice having this little communal space for the kids to do some schoolwork and stuff in. We still have so much rain in the forecast, which that's Fiordland. It is renowned for the most rain in New Zealand, but we're just like, let's just go up into the valley and we're just gonna go and experience the rain, go for a drive, hopefully all the way to Milford Sounds and see all of the cool waterfalls that the area is known for. We've been up here twice before in beautiful weather, so let's go up there in a nice spring rain dump storm. So look at where we're headed, right into the heart of the mountains to a public campground called Cascade Creek. This is as far in as I'd want to take a caravan our size, but I'd rate this as one of the most beautiful drives, so let's head out.
Will rise long after I've given up on sleeping. Can almost hear the wind outside, as loud as my heart is beating. The house is quiet, my busy mind wonders what I'm missing. But I'm right where I belong, right where I belong. I take my heels into this dirt I love. I know that all I have is more than enough. These are the best days of my life. I'm right where I belong. Tall trees line these rolling hills. I've driven
Very windy, you might not be able to hear me, but this is where our logo is like portraying. This is probably my favourite place in New Zealand. It's pretty cold this wind, but it is just amazing in this valley.
take my heels into this dirt I love. I know that all I have is more than enough. These are the best days of my life. I'm right where I belong.
Quick stop off at the Miro Lake. There's no wind here and only one other car. This is like such a tourist hotspot. There's no one here.
This pond is called the Miro Lakes, and usually you can see the mirror reflection of those mountains on the lake, but it's a bit windy.
Oh, that's icy. Still looks pretty good on them camera tires, pretty reflection-y. Goodness, these mountains are so majestic, aren't they? Just incredible to look at. Ah, he's stuck. Cool, well I think we can see these clouds coming through over onto the mountain, so we might hop on the truck, get to campsite so we can get ourselves all sorted out before it starts to rain. A lot of people do the trip from Te Anau to Milford Sounds and back in a day, but there are so many worthwhile short stops like Miro Lakes along the road. Every stop is interesting and worth a look and a few photos. What is a 2-hour drive can easily be doubled or tripled. Cool, well we have arrived Cascade Creek, nobody here. It's 150 campsites approximately here. It's a really big area. Looks like we got here just in the nick of time, starting to rain and the temperature is diving. It's very, very cold. Winter is returning after some very warm early winter or late winter weather.
The temperature right now is 3.6. It used to be like just snowing.
Whoops, Toby, I pushed the stop recording button by accident. But we were hoping the temperature would drop just a little bit colder so that rain would turn to snow. The next morning we were woken to the loud sounds of thunder, or was it avalanches way up in the mountains? We weren't sure, but it was loud as we started our morning. Is that a good one?
That was
great.
one.
That was better than last time.
It was so hard to get to sleep last night because the rain was so heavy, but we still didn't get any snow, so let's hope for tomorrow night.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah. No snow, but definitely time for some coffee. Now you can use the EcoFlow. Use the little one. Heck man, this thunder's getting a bit consistent. Well, coffee's over at Old Manalpers. I got heaps of space. We can all fit in this camper van. You might have seen that from a video like way back when this motorhome was new, but hanging out in the rain. Brush your hair, Alma.
I've just come out of the shower.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Sophie hasn't brushed her hair.
I never brush my hair.
She just goes like this.
I loved the movement of the clouds and how moody they were. While we were here, I took lots of time lapses of the dramatic clouds. Amazing how the skies change. Alright team, well we have had heavy rain all day today. We're going to go drive into Milford Sounds today. We're going to try and get all the way in and hopefully we see some cool waterfalls. They reckon this is one of the best drives in the world and it doesn't matter whether the sun's shining or if it's raining. We're planning to hop out along the way as well, get some shots, show you guys what this area is like in the pouring rain, and should be pretty cool. We went for our little drive yesterday and and there was some pretty cool sights to see. Hopefully there's a bit of snow still up the top, eh kids?
Yeah. Well, hopefully it snows here.
Held within your arms, carried through the night, whispers in the dark, pull me to the light.
Right, our first stop, we'll go check out the Holyford River and the little, I don't know what you call this little waterfall that flows in, but it's pumping.
What I've been searching for, it's right in front of me, beyond my wildest dreams.
Man, I just love the Crying Mountains. So cool. So cool.
Whoa! No one brought a towel. Did you bring a towel?
No.
Oh, that was pretty wet. Toby, you're wet.
I know. Whoa.
Few Kia here at Monkey Creek. Kia are the smartest alpine bird in the world. I think they're taking refuge underneath the car where it's a little bit drier for them. Very cool birds. Now I'm sure some people will say I've been here when there was a lot more water than that, but it's snowing up here. Snowing at 1,000 meters, so the amount of falling rain on the mountains isn't as much because most of it was falling as snow halfway up and staying up there. It was even sleet and snow on our way up to the Homer Tunnel, which meant the temperature was really cold for us out there in the rain. But once we hit the west coast side of the ranges, the rain definitely got a lot more intense. The building of the Homer Tunnel began in 1935 and the road was opened in 1953. Workers lived in tents and the sun was hidden from them for months at a time due to the towering mountains above. 3 people died from avalanche falls during the construction, and work was slow due to water and melting snow requiring pumps to remove water up to 40,000 litres an hour. But driving this road, it's amazing what they have been able to achieve. It's a real feat of engineering. Soph reckons that people would hike for an hour or two to see a waterfall like this in the forest. But in the rain here, there's hundreds of them coming from all over the place, and the camera never really does it justice. So we finally made it down to the sea, or the fjord, and honestly when it's this nasty outside you don't want to be out there for too long. You feel quite restricted with what you can do. The drive and the views for us really was the activity, and what we'd come to see. But while we're here, we may as well call into the lodge for a hot drink. It's pretty incredible amongst the trees, and there's a full restaurant, bar, camping and accommodation here at the lodge.
It's pouring down with rain and we might go into the lodge.
And
Maybe get a hot drink. Yum.
Yeah, the weather's looking very, very wild out there at the moment. So kids, how have you found Milford Sound so far?
Great.
It's cool. It's way different.
There's so much waterfalls now that it's rained.
Yeah, it's really cool because there's heaps of spots to stop at, and the Kia is so funny.
But we're all pretty wet. I think we're soaked right through. Had a coffee at the Milford Lodge to break up our driving. Now we're going to head on back towards camp. The drive back was just as interesting with a different perspective as we backtracked towards civilization. Alright, back to camp. Let's get this soup fired up and get it finished. After a day out in the cold and wet, you really can't beat a nice hot pot of soup. Well, the sky's finally giving us a little bit of a break from the rain. It's quite cool being able to see the mountains up here as well. They're so stunning, they're just so big and dramatic. The sky is moving crazy fast still. Cool, well we are having dinner in the motorhome tonight with Soph's folks. She's a bit of a squeeze with all seven of us in there, but we do fit.
You see that?
Whoa. Gotta have sour cream with pumpkin soup, it's a must. Alright, there you go, 7 of us around the table eating our soup on a rainy winter's night. evening.
It's spring.
Spring. No.
No, it's not spring yet until the 21st of September.
And after some soup, what else is there to do in the rain but a bit of cards? 5 crowns is definitely one of my
I
favourites.
need one more.
One more.
And he got his one more to clean up the round.
I got 3 jokers.
Oh, did you?
1, 2, and 3.
Well, the sun's just coming through, which made me think of our battery. So because we've changed to lithium, we're still on 52% despite having no solar for a couple of days. And we're still, 52%. So we still could go for another 2 days probably on what we've got without any charging. So that is pretty awesome. But we're getting like 4 amps going in now with that kind of a sun, which isn't much of one. Well, the old GoPro's seen a bit of water. I think there's a little bit of moisture behind the lens there, but I want to go and have a look at the river. It's amazing how it is not raging. I thought the river would be absolutely charging, but I guess this area is used to it. It's been like very consistent heavy rain, but not torrential, thunderstormy kind of rain. That snow line's moving back up the mountains too, but the weather's supposed to turn around and come from the south, and we're supposed to get snow down to this level. So man, we're hoping, we're hanging out for it. It's amazing how well the area copes with all the water, although the river was getting pretty close to the beams of the bridge. Well, it's still raining, and we're going to head up the road a bit to where there's reception. There's more reception up this road than there used to be, but there's none here. So we're going to go get some Wi-Fi in the truck up the road a bit. Scattered up this road is a stack of dock signs. This is the Knobs flat one, which is up on the other side of the road here. We just came down here. There's good internet reception here. Do a time lapse while we binge away on the Wi-Fi. And thank you, Wireless Nation, for providing us with some internet. After sitting around in the rain, it was time for some updates and to share some stories on our Facebook. There are loads of dock camps in this valley, and most of them have reception, just not Cascade Creek where we were. Sweet, well we've had our data fix, head back to camp now and figure out what we're going to do with our lives. Everyone sorted?
Yeah. So connected.
So connected?
We're gonna go up to the river, and that comes off Lake Marion because we're pretty sure it will be pumping today.
This is in the Hollyford Valley, lovely valley, beautiful blue water in here and lots of cool mossy forests.
Two worlds collide with our hearts on the line. We were young and naive. We were wild, we were free. And I don't wanna leave your arms tonight. I'm falling, still falling for you. I just wanna stay here by your side. I'm falling, still falling for you. Our time has come.
Trying to get some nice shots of the river with the camera. It's so hard to get a decent shot because there's just so much to try and fit inside a shot. Just the mountains way up in the back there covered in the cloud, the clear water, the odd shaped trees that are growing on the edges. It's a place to see with your own eyes. If you've never been here, it's hard to do it justice on a camera. It's just stunning. If you're a bit like us and you like getting away from the crowds, heading down this Hollyford Valley is also a pretty good option. Way less people going down here than to Milford Sound. You're pretty much just following this river down. It's a couple of good walks to do at the end of the road.
Come on, the snow.
Well, we're on our way back to camp and it started sleeting again. The temperature has dropped to 4 degrees. The wind has turned around, and whose birthday is it tomorrow?
Mine.
So Toby would love to wake up to some snow tomorrow.
I wish it turned to snow for way longer, but it changed to better weather instead, which is okay, I guess.
The sun's going down and we've still had no snow at camp, although you can see the dusting on the hill up there. Walk this way.
It's my birthday today and we're gonna do some presents and stuff.
How old are you?
9.
Whoa! That's a cool card, eh?
Whoa. I open this one next. Me throwing rocks off a bridge. Like, yeah. I just quickly scribbled some mountains on a piece of paper and wrapped it up. Cool, thanks Mum and Dad. Yay, I can do extra fishing. Oh yeah, a big Smurf gun. How do you get it off? Hey!
Guess what flavour it is?
Aha, my favourite flavour.
As is tradition in our family, if it's your birthday you get to choose the food for the day. So Toby, what you having for your birthday food?
We've got some bacon and some baked beans, and then we made some hash browns over there and some toast.
And what else are we
And
having?
we're gonna have some eggs.
What else are we having for the rest of the
And
day
then for
though?
the platter, what we need to get the platter food. And then we're gonna have pizza, and then if we get some yogurt, we might chop some chocolate up and make a pudding.
Well, thanks for coming along on a very wet adventure with us up the Milford Road to Cascade Creek. Definitely a different experience for us. We normally are trying to chase better weather, but to chase the rain and see all those waterfalls was pretty special. Now we're gonna, I think, head back to Manapodi maybe, back to that NZMCO park with all the facilities, and plug into some power, get some internet, and chill out for a day or two before, we don't know, the next adventure begins. Thanks, see you later.
We had a great time in the rain, if there's such a thing as that. I don't know. But we must have had timed our trip perfectly, because when we drove out through the valley, all the tourist buses started to come back up the road toward Milford Sounds, stopping at our favourite places on the way in. We were glad we had the place mostly to ourselves, even if it was cold and wet.
And if you've made it this far through, thanks. Next time we're back into some spring snow in Otago. We'll see you then.